Hello, my name is Jenna Welsh, and I'm the Associate Coordinator of Adolescent Psychiatric Services at High Focus Centers in Cranford, New Jersey. Today I bring you the tip of the day, how to manage grief and loss during the coronavirus pandemic. Typically, we think of grief after the death of a loved one. However, loss can come in many forms. Right now, in the midst of the pandemic, we are faced with multiple levels of loss. Financial anxiety, changes in daily habits, increased conflict with family members, cancellation of special events, job loss, and so much more. It's important to remember that grief is a normal reaction to loss. Some signs that you may be experiencing grief include trouble focusing on daily tasks, sleeping more or less than usual, feeling angry and irritable, headaches, upset stomach, as well as overly engaging in activities such as eating, drinking, or online shopping. The good news is there's a number of ways to cope with these feelings of grief and loss. The first step to coping with loss is to remember to practice self-care. Focus on the basics and make sure that you're eating, staying hydrated, and getting enough rest. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to maintain normalcy in the face of a crisis. Give yourself time. Giving yourself time to feel without rushing through the process will allow you to work through the pain of a loss. Remember that your feelings are valid. There's no right or wrong way to feel after a loss. Even if you have not personally experienced a death related to the pandemic, don't dismiss what you're feeling. You may have not lost a loved one, but the losses you're experiencing are valid and legitimate. Reach out to friends and family. While it might be tempting to isolate after a loss, it's important to remain connected. Virtual meetings can never replace real-life support. Regular phone calls and text messages can still be helpful. If you're grieving, make it a habit to reach out to your loved ones daily. Explore different coping mechanisms. Mindfulness, journaling, listening to music, exercise, and meditation may all be helpful for managing the feelings that you're experiencing. And lastly, find support. If you're struggling to deal with feelings of grief, talking to a mental health professional can be helpful. Support groups and telehealth services are available all throughout the country. Remember that grief is a normal response to loss. The coronavirus pandemic has changed many of our normal aspects of the grieving process. Even if you have not yet experienced a direct loss or death of a loved one, don't assume that what you're feeling is not grief. Give yourself permission to mourn and treat yourself and others with kindness during this difficult time. Thank you for joining me today, and be well.